Looks matter, money matters, status matters. If you have none of the above, you will not matter. Discovering my purpose and grinding relentlessly toward those objective goals gave my life meaning, and as a result, every part of my life improved. It became a lot easier to separate the wheat from the chaff with dating prospects and understand who had relationship potential and who is low quality or simply not the best match for me. And when those relationships don't pan out, it's okay because there's someone who's a better match. High status men aren't worried about other men taking their girl for 2 reasons. 1. They don't think it will happen. 2. They think if it does happen, oh well, damn her. If a janitor was hitting on a CEO's wife, the CEO probably wouldn't be worried. She very likely wouldn't want this janitor. But if she did, oh well, he can find a new girl. However, if a CEO was hitting on a janitor's wife, he'd probably be panicking. They both have an idea of their own status and act accordingly. The janitors are worried, the CEO isn't. Women subliminally pick up on this behavior, and it heavily influences their opinion. If you act worried that your girl will get stolen, it will imply to her that you're a low-status male. If you couldn't care less that some guy is flirting with her, it implies that you're a high-status male. Here are some cold hard truths about dating. 1. Dating isn't fair. Women expect you to have your shit together and know what to say. You aren't allowed to make mistakes since you are easily replaceable. You need to learn from experienced men or learn on your own by putting yourself and your ego on the line. 2. Majority of women will never court men. Don't take advice about dating women from straight women. They have no idea what it's like to court women. They have a harder time processing rejection and are allowed to be emotional and physical when they don't get their own way. You aren't, and the same rules don't apply to you. You need to understand double standards and use them to benefit yourself. 3. Real life is nothing like in Hollywood movies. You need to have a stable life and realistic expectations about yourself and the women you want to date. You need to lower your expectations and get your head out of the bubble. This isn't Hollywood. Women don't have to court, so they will live their lives believing Prince Charming will fall on their lap because they can. You can't afford to do the same thing. The perfect girl won't come to you. You have to go find her. The average woman will have multiple men in her DMs trying to get her attention. The average man doesn't. You need to seek what you want, and if what you want isn't attainable for your current status, you will have to change to get what you want. 4. You need to be assertive. Most women expect you to take the lead. That means you make the first move. You make most of the effort when building a relationship. You need to be the one to ask her out on a date, and you have to be the one to take the lead. Most modern women talk about independence and equal treatment, but not when it comes to dating. If you are an average guy, women will not court you, will not chase you, and they will not make an effort to get to know you without you making the first move. They don't want to lose the advantage they have in dating, and they won't, so don't expect them to take the lead in dating no matter. 6. Don't assume all women are good. Some people want to have a toxic, chaotic relationship. They don't want stability because that is boring to them, and they want to be treated like a mat because they enjoy getting stepped on and used. Learn to identify people like this and avoid them at all costs. 7. Dating is a game. It's a game that is rigged to favor women on the surface. Since you get to choose what women to go after, you have more freedom of choosing your partner. Since most women don't go after men, they are stuck with whoever decides they are attractive enough to approach them. Use this advantage to better yourself and accept the reality that dating isn't fair or equal, and that you have to look out for yourself and be selfish to get what you want. 8. Ground your ego. When you learn to not get overly upset at rejection or feel overly proud about getting laid, dating becomes a lot less emotionally chaotic. I remember in my younger years, getting rejected by a girl felt like my world was crumbling. It almost felt as jarring as a friend dying or receiving a lengthy prison sentence. I've been around the block and had a couple of short relationships. You get to a point where getting laid is fun, but it's not the end of the world if you miss it or get rejected. I'm a little bit more stable financially and career-wise, and as a result, dating is a lot more fun. 9. Sort your own individual life out. This is the ultimate key to solving all your problems. I was a mess as a kid. Tons of unaddressed childhood trauma from an abusive home and financially unstable, crashing on friends' couches all the time. Unhealthy. and generally just a nihilist. But then asking myself what I really want out of my life changed everything. So learn to introspect.